I mean, I know we always want to throw around this line that like disco's dead, if it will, but I mean, you're a disco artist, so Sonic's channeling disco, and it seems to still continue.
It's coming back for sure.
So it's making its run back.
I don't think it ever really died necessarily. There's always been influences of disco music and like pop music and R&B, even rap.
Well, because they call it house music, and to me, it just
you can't tell me you haven't seen a John Travolta movie where that man that come out with the wingtips on the collar. Like he wasn't ready to just hit that disco move on you any given moment. Like he was back on that one movie from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But
Saturday Night Fever.
Bro, like disco is just like, thank you very much. That is the one I'm thinking about. And like it's just an era. You can't like you can encompass it with like Elvis. You can encompass it with John Travolta. But anybody that just chose to throw them wingtips on and get that little kind of like that chip on their shoulder, they already knew what you were kind of like, what kind of energy you were kind of bringing. It was the disco energy, and that was a whole lot. Disco energy is like almost timeless, man.
Right, because disco actually kind of like went in the funk a little bit because there was disco funk
a little bit.
About Silk Sonic, and I was thinking, well, they got Bootsy Collins on there hosting it.
Yeah,
but he was funk. But it was like it kind of did blend into
Earth, Wind, and Fire, kind of it did. It evolved into funk, and then I think like what you're talking about, ideas like the culture of disco.
Right.
I think maybe that died a little bit and evolved
because the people were really like because the people were really eccentric back then, and they were really interactive, and they were cross-pollinate their cultures based on the music alone. They weren't worried about what you looked like. They want to know if you was going to be able to do the new dance move that they didn't know about or something. They was really into the dancing, into the music behind it. So there was a lot that I fed off of that era.
Right. And what made you go that direction, Jenna?
It's just been I've always loved that style of music, like Casey and the Sunshine Band, and let's think, Chic, Shaka Khan, and it just makes you happy. Wow. It's just a happy kind of music. There's no fighting, there's no man, the boy is mine or whatever it is. It's just happy music. I love Brandy and Monica. I love that. That is an iconic song. But I'm just like, they were just talking about
she jumped right into the boy is mine out of nowhere.
I just mean
I feel it wasn't so.
There was none of that.
It was like super slutty
catty stuff.
They did have they did have their innuendos.
Yeah, it's just
she got real deep in the voice with it though. She's like, the boy is mine. Like, what I'm saying? Like she was trying to put it really like mine. Like just what I'm saying? That's real right there. Like just
that's how deep it went. That's how real she was.
So were you listening to a lot of old school stations growing up?
Oh yes. My dad listened to always in the car. It was an AM station, and I can't remember the name of it to save my life, but it was like
I couldn't stand them AM stations.
I could not either, but I swear he always had it on, and it was like a black R&B, funk, soul kind of station, and always played. I can't remember it. I need to ask him now because it's gonna drive me crazy. Here? Oh yeah, I'm from the CD. 30th and Cherry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Yeah, and then in the house, my mom would always play like Anita Baker and Michael Jackson was always like, it's cliche, but I adored Michael Jackson as a child.
Shaka Khan was like spring cleaning music, man. You got a groove cleaning around.
Absolutely. So yeah, my mom and dad just played their hits, and so it was always around us. Always.
Yeah, you definitely have not left your roots.
No.
You staying right there. No experimentation.
That's what I know. And it's good. Yeah. It works.
They say do what you know.
Exactly.
They do say that. Man.
So
yeah, man, when you gotta clean them walls, man. When you gotta clean those walls, man, ain't no mountain high enough. You know what I'm talking about?
Ain't no mountain high enough.
RBG and some Stevie Wonder, and you're good.
Those classics, man. I was talking to someone the other day, like these old school stations, they play 50s, they play 60s, they play 70s, 80s, they'll go into 90s, but it's like, is the 2000s and the 2010s ever going to be nostalgic?
No.
I don't
They're gonna play 50s
No,
and
I don't
60s
think
music in 2050 and 2060.
Yeah, because it's gonna be classic. I
I
can't.
was talking to somebody. He goes, bro. He goes, our old school is like Coolio, and these kids is now old school is like Juvenile back that behind up. And I'm like, dog, like
Nah.
that's facts.
That's okay. I think that's
He
as
said,
far,
nah.
I think that's as far as it's gonna go though.
I was gonna say Ashanti still be bringing off. Like when they play her,
Yeah.
it still goes and she still gets a lot of respect. It's kind of
Yeah.
for somebody that hasn't been so active as of recently.
I'm just trying to see like where the cutoff is, man. You
I
know, you
think-
never know where the cutoff's gonna be, where the kids like don't know what artist that is or whatever. You know.
I think the Hot Boys. That's where it's gonna
The
stop.
Hot Boys.
The
The
Hot-
99 and the 2000s,
Yeah.
and then we're just done.
Yeah, I can't see like Slim Thug in a classic. Like that's that old Slim Thug hit. Like,
I rock with Slim Thug. Man.
I mean, but I don't know.
Talk.
Snoop Thugg.
He's probably very nice.
He's a nice person.
He's probably very nice.